What's going on, Workforce? Brian here, and in today's video we're breaking down the Alphascape 2.0. In this case we're fighting the mighty Midgardsormr. This version of the mighty beast is much different from what you remember fighting him many years ago. So let's break down his mechanics one at a time. His first main mechanic to pay attention to is he's going to go to the center of the ring and he's going to do a circle or a flip. He's going to do one to kind of cue you that you need to pay attention to whatever he does a second time. So 2 circles means you want to run out. If you get hit by it, it's going to put a damage down debuff. A circle and a flip is going to mean run and stack in on him. If you get hit by this, it's going to put a vulnerability stack debuff. And then finally, the third opportunity that you might see is a flip followed by another flip. This means run to the various corners. You can see that it happens really fast, so really pay attention to what he's doing. The first one is the tell, the second one is what is happening. Okay, so a couple other things happening during this phase. He puts out like earth shakers, so various people are going to be marked with targets. So you want to spread out, otherwise everybody's going to get hit by these big attacks. Then he's going to do Aequorin. This is a dragon's Aequorin, meaning he's going to keep hitting over and over again. Stack up together and mitigate as much as possible. This can end up really wiping the raid if anyone decides to take off in their own direction. It can really pick you apart really quickly, so just be aware of that. He's going to mark several players and then he's going to put out AoE dots on them, essentially spread out. It's going to be this lightning attack, so just keep that in mind. It should be pretty easy to avoid. It can get a little bit tricky when he brings everybody into the center, so just make sure you give enough space for everybody to survive. Eventually he's going to mark 2 players with ice markers. You're going to want to put these in the same corner. This way you have 3 corners still available. The thing about this is not only does it hurt you if you stand in it, but they're going to continue to grow over time with this fight. So just be aware of where you place them. If you don't move them out of the center, it can really throw off the whole group as he still continues to do his various spin moves. Then he's going to put various fire orbs on the ground and they're going to do a checkerboard pattern. Just avoid them. The real key here is he's also positioning himself on one direction of the arena. He's going to do a damage on that full half of the arena. So pay attention to where he is and where he's facing and get off of that half of the board, and then also pay attention to where the checkerboards are and just dodge the AoEs accordingly. It's then at this point he's going to summon various nails, aka immortal keys. It's important for the tank to tank one of them in the corner. Now the dragon you can't hurt whatsoever until all the nails are down. However, he does have a huge conal cleave that's just going to destroy and decimate the entire party. So tanks tank him in the corner so he has a less effective area to do it. You can actually focus in on the one nail during this whole time. Now for the DPS and healers, work together, stick together and work the rest of the nails. Typically the tank can actually burn down their own personal nail while you burn down the rest of the nails. If need be, go ahead and limit break the dragon once all the nails are dead. Just make sure they're all gone and you're going to be able to survive this mode just fine. And on just a personal note, please make sure that if you're a DPS, don't stand near the tank who's tanking the dragon. He actually can't do anything really to the dragon, so just be aware, standing next to the tank is going to be a surefire way for you to get knocked out really quickly. Okay, so now he's going to do his big move with the dragon gone and all the nails down. He is going to hit you for everything he's got. You're going to survive as long as he's not really at 100% of the Aether buildup. So now you're in part 2, and how he's going to introduce even more area of effect markers. You can see here he's putting down various arrows that are just going to be this slowly protruding blast of fire energy along the way. So just keep in mind where they're starting. They're going to go across the level. He's also going to drop in various AoE markers on the ground for the lightning attack. We've seen a lot of his mechanics already. He's just going to start stacking them on top of one another as you go forward. Now he introduces a new skill in which he puts the entire floor to ice. So he's still going to be doing his circle moves, so just keep that in mind for your ins and outs. If you need to come in, make sure that you're going to slide into the center, otherwise you're going to be caught off guard. Same thing for the outs as well and the corners. So the ground can be ice, but he's still going to be doing his flippy dips. I don't know of a better way to call it. Then he has Aequorin, in which that he's going to target various party members and continue to put out Blast of Energy. They are stationary, so feel free to run out of those so that way you don't take unnecessary damage. lightning AoE attacks followed by various stage mechanics followed by even more AoEs that are going to cross over the level. Plus, he's going to be dashing at this time, so just keep an eye out where he's stationary so that way you know where to move from. He, again, covers half of the level, so get on one half of it. Being that this level is a square, just kind of divide it up in force and you should be okay. If need be, feel free to put down way markers just to help make sure that you know what section of the level you are in at any given time. One final note for tanks and healers, tail end is going to be his tank buster. So just be sure to mitigate through it and heal through it as necessary. It doesn't happen that often, so it's not something I think you need to necessarily be worried about, but having 1 or 2 cooldowns is obviously going to be a big help and improvement in mitigating that damage. So it's at this point that you've seen all the mechanics that he has to throw at you. He's going to continue to stack various things on top of each other, and you can see here it's very easy, especially for an Aequorin, to really hurt the party. As best as you can, mitigate, stack, and avoid as much damage as possible. This is an extremely fun fight. I cannot recommend it enough. I'm very happy that we got a face-off against the mighty Midgardsormr in this patch, in this raid. If you guys have any questions or comments, please let me know in the comments below. My name is Brian and this is Work To Game. Thanks so much for watching this video. We hope you have a fantastic time and happy raiding.